Welcome to the Neuro Masters podcast, the place to reinvent yourself, master your mind, and change your life. Internationally recognized speaker, coach, and trainer Reg Malhotra will teach you tools to improve your mindset, change your behaviors, and let your relationships thrive. Are you ready to unlock the power of your mind? Here's your host, Reg.
All right. Welcome, everybody, to the Neuro Masters podcast. Now, my name is Reg Malhotra, and I'm the CEO, lead trainer, and founder of Neuro Masters Academy. We're bringing this show to you because we spend a lot of time working with people, helping them improve their lives, helping them change their mindsets, helping them get the best out of their relationships, their work, and really move towards a life of their dreams, a life that they can be proud of, a life that they can be excited about. So I'm very passionate about people getting the best out of themselves, people getting rid of obstacles and problems and developing the mindset and the skill set to be able to deal with problems as they come along. Because let's be honest, no matter who you are, no matter what you do, you're going to be running into some form of problems and obstacles. And it's not the problems and obstacles that are going to determine what you get and who you become. It's how you deal with these problems and obstacles. So this show is really about helping you get insights, knowledge, a thinking structure, a mindset, and breakthroughs, so that as you go about your life, you can apply these new understandings and learnings and move faster towards the life that you always imagine. Now, I have trained thousands of people through our programs, and our programs include neuro-linguistic programming, hypnotherapy, neurohacking, relationships programs, and also programs in relation to people's mindsets around money. You see, these are very, very important areas that everybody is going to have to deal with. It's going to have to reach a level of mastery in order to get the most ideal outcomes. So we train a lot of people, and there's two ways in which we train people. One is for people to get their own development, for them to personally grow, master their emotions, get very powerful skill sets in language, for example, because how we talk to ourselves and others has a huge impact in the kind of life we create. And we also train people to work with other people, because there is a percentage of people that do use these skill sets and these tools and techniques that we teach to go out there and help people, whether in the field of business or in a therapeutic sense or in a coaching sense. So what I'd like you to do, if you're listening to this today, is to think of this show as your personal coaching show, where you can come here at any time to be coached, because everybody can do with a bit of coaching. Everybody needs someone talking to them, someone listening to them even, someone guiding them, someone having them get insights and breakthroughs from within themselves. And I want this show to be a place where you can come in here, hear a topic that is of interest to you, and use these principles and apply them into your life. You see, some of this may sound like higher principles, but in reality, most of what I want to give you is actionable intelligence. So what I'd recommend is, as you listen to this show, make sure you take one or two key pieces that you can apply into your life straight away, so that you can start seeing the changes that you most deserve. Now, today, I want to talk about mindset. And I want to say this: how you see things, how you perceive things, how you evaluate things, and how you process information and give meaning to things will have an incredible impact on your life's outcomes. That is to say, your mindset. And I'm going to break down in a minute what mindset really means. Your mindset is the key to creating a magical life. Yes, I said it. Your mindset is the key to creating a magical life. No matter what's happened in your past, no matter what your current circumstances are, no matter how many times you have slipped or failed or not achieved what you wanted to achieve, you can change your outcomes at any minute by changing the way you wish to perceive life, perceive things, the way you choose to process information, and the way you give meaning to things. So let's break down the word mindset. Essentially, this is two words put together to give us the word mindset. Mind is self-explanatory. Mind is your mind. It's, some people call it the brain. And in future topics, we will talk about what the mind really is and what are the different components to the mind. So it's your mind, and it's the word set that follows it, right? Set can be defined as a collection, right? It's a collection. In the case of mindset, really what we're referring to is a collection of beliefs. It's a collection of ideas. It's a collection of thoughts. It's a collection of conclusions. All of that put together can be called a mindset at a given point in time. Notice what I just said there. This is the set of beliefs, values, thoughts that you have at a given point in time. That also means that you have the opportunity to change this set, to change this mindset. And that's the exciting part. If you can decide that you can change the way you look at things, you can question what you've been believing. You can question what you've been accepting to be true. Because what is a belief? Well, to put it very simply, belief are convictions that we hold to be true. Notice the phrase, that we hold to be true. Means we hold it to be true at a given point in time. And many of these beliefs are questionable. They're challengeable. I want you to think about your life. I want you to think about your childhood. I want you to think about earlier years when you believed certain things to be true for whatever reason. It could be because you heard it from somebody. It could be because you saw evidence of that belief being true. Now, as you think back to those times, I want you to recall how many things that you believed to be true at a later point, you no longer believe them to be true. I'm sure there is a lot. I know there was a lot for me. There was a lot of things that I believed to be true. In fact, to the point that they were unquestionable to me. But over time, I started to see evidence to the contrary. I started to see, hear, and even feel things that suggested that that belief is questionable. And isn't that interesting? Isn't it interesting that we could hold something to be true for a period of time and it could have a major impact on our decisions? But then later on, we could see evidence to the contrary. We could have experience that suggests that that belief is no longer true. So in order to change your life, in order to change your life's outcomes, and in order to have a mindset that supports a new life, one of the things that we're going to have to look at is our beliefs. Some beliefs empower us. Some beliefs support us in going where we want to go. But some beliefs are inherently limiting. These beliefs, they have been formed as a result of an event, as a result of a decision we have typically made at a given point in time, and in most cases, in response to an event. So, beliefs is one important pillar when it comes to mindset. The other part of mindset, of being able to change the way things are, being able to create new things in our life, new experiences, is how we process information. How do we take what's coming in from the outside and how do we make meaning of these things? You see, your nervous system is very interesting. To a great extent, we make meanings automatically, without even trying, without working at it consciously. In some cases, We make meaning of things consciously by using language, for example. So we're going to address both of those elements. Because if you can change the way you give meaning to something, and if you change the meaning of something, you can completely change its impact. You see, the worst day in your life could be the best day in your life if you chose to give it a new, empowering meaning. There's a lot of people who look at their lives and they say, this happened to me, that happened to me, this experience I had, this person did this to me. This incident of my life is what's held me back. It's what's stopped me from reaching my highest version, my highest potential. And this is what's limited me. This is what's kept me, whether it's poor or unhealthy or unhappy, whatever it is. But there's another set of people who do the exact same thing to start with. They look at their life, they look at their experiences, they look at their incidents, they look at the things that have happened, the people that they've come across, and they give it a fabulously empowering meaning. There's a lot of people who will look at their lives and some really bad things would have happened, and they'll go to the extent of saying, wow, I am who I am as a result of that. I do what I do. I have the drive, I have the energy, I have the results because I experienced that. Now that's very, very interesting. I'm sure you'd agree. How can a group of people look at their life's events and incidents and use it to justify the lack of results or the lack of the life they want, while a group of people could look at a similar set of events and process that as the reason for their success, for who they are, for where they are going. Now, this gives rise to very exciting possibilities. For me, I went through a lot of adversities in my life. And I know as a matter of fact that until I was able to build a mindset, I was able to look at these things that have happened in my life and understand and internalize that these are the things that have allowed me to be who I am. Today I'm helping thousands of people around the world, and from major suffering, major problems. And I know that one of the reasons I can do that, one of the reasons, in fact, I will claim that I do that, and we at Neuro Masters Academy do that very effectively, is because I have utilized a lot of what's happened in my life as power, as fuel, as energy to be able to hold that space for a lot of people. And my greatest desire is for a lot of people to be able to do that. Because our life can become an inspiration, can become a source of knowledge, of energy for others. So as you listen to this show today, I want you to get super excited because some of the stuff we're going to bring to you is going to absolutely blow your mind. Some practical tools and techniques and knowledge that you can apply into your life, whether you're in business, whether you're a business owner and you want to make changes into your business, whether you want to get better results, whether you want to get more out of your people. If you're a mom or a dad, you're going to learn some very exciting stuff about how to get the best out of your children, how to form incredible relationships, and how to manage your energy and your emotions in such a way that you can create a powerful family life. If you're someone who's gone through adversities, someone who's living in tough circumstances, or has had major calamities happen in your life, I want you to get excited too. Because you're going to hear things here on this show that will allow you to move forward no matter what. If you're someone who is leaning towards helping other people, you maybe term that I've coined, and I call that closet healer, if you are somebody who knows that you are designed to help other people, you enjoy helping other people, you know you want to structure, you want to learn about how you can help people, then there'll be some great information coming for you along in this show. So I want you to get super excited because I know, as a matter of fact, that most people are predispositioned to help others. This is one of the greatest sources of fulfillment. I know I've been able to do that because I stepped into that. I own that part of myself. And no matter what you're doing in your life, you can add this ability to use language to be able to share your gifts with the world. And that's a very, very exciting part as we move into a completely new era in which, it's not the strongest that will survive, but it'll be the most adaptable. It's the most adaptable now, where technology is doing a lot of the work that we used to do. And artificial intelligence, as many of you may know, is coming up in a very big way. That means that the ability of our humans to connect with each other, the ability for humans to use their minds in the way that it was designed for, the ability for human beings to share their gifts, these things will become incredibly important. So we're in a very important time in history to go deeper with ourselves, to learn about ourselves, to learn about other people, to learn about why people do what they do. And this knowledge and this information and this level of understanding is going to keep paying you for years and decades to come. And I want you to know one thing. If you're listening to this show, I'm going to encourage you to start sharing what you learn with others in your life, because one of the greatest things we can do for people is to give them their power back. And I want you to have your power back. You see, we can spend our whole lifetime giving away our personal power to others, to situations, to governments, to media, to so many things that happen around us. Because the moment we say it's because of that, or that person makes me happy, that situation makes me sad, that person makes me angry, we are giving away bits, and piece by piece, we're giving away our power to things that are outside of us. And I want you, like I did for myself, to be able to get all of that power back. Because when we get our personal power back, we become unstoppable. We take responsibility for our life, for our results. We are able to create a genuinely magical life for ourselves and for others, because no matter what's happening around you, no matter what you have, what you don't have, if you have your personal power, you will create a life that you can be proud of. Thank you for listening to this show today. We're going to bring you topics around mindset, around relationships, around getting better results from yourself, around being motivated, around being able to break unwanted behaviors, unwanted patterns, and truly start implementing these ideas into your life so you can create a life that you can look back on and be extremely proud of, and know that you have lived your purpose, you have lived in your highest ways. So I'm super excited for you. Make sure that you have got your notifications in place so that you can be notified when we put new episodes. We're going to be putting episodes once a week, and sometimes even more than that, but initially it's going to be once a week. My name's Reg, and I'll see you next week.
Thank you for tuning in today. Are you ready to take the next step and find out what's keeping you from reaching your goals and creating the life you want? Go to go.neuromastersacademy.com/GS-LP for a free transformational mini workshop with Reg. See you next week.